You might be wondering, what is it so special about trucking here? You see, for many of us, back when we were just kids, we didn't dream of race cars or supercars. We dreamed of trucks fighting through the snow. I grew up watching ice road truckers, and that was the moment my passion for trucks came to life. So when American Truck Simulator came out in 2016, I loved every second of it. But my imagination was traveling faster than my truck, and it was heading north. As far north as north goes. Now, 9 years later, here I am. It's been a long time coming, and I plan to enjoy every second of it. I'm ready to be fully immersed and share my experience with you guys. This is Alaska, North to the Future. This project was born out of the same curiosity and passion that built this community in the first place. The idea of finally being able to drive through Alaska was something that I'm sure every one of us dreamed of at some point. My journey starts here. I arrived in Homer by ferry and I was expecting heavy snow, maybe even a blizzard waiting for me. But instead, it was rain. Cold, heavy rain pouring over the docks. That's when I realized that I'm probably gonna have to work my way up and discover what I initially expected to find right away. And sure enough, not too long after I hit the road, my first challenge appeared. A traffic jam caused by an SUV, completely blocking the way. While I was busy worrying about the ice cracks and the snowstorms, it was actually the AI traffic that gave my first real test. And after a few minutes when nothing happened, I managed to go around it and continue my trip. As soon as I did, the world around me started to open up. The first few miles were surprisingly peaceful. The road felt alive, the scenery was breathtaking, and I could already feel myself getting pulled in, fully immersed. As I kept driving, looking left and right, admiring the view, I started to pass through small towns, quiet places that actually felt alive in their own way. And the further I went, the more it felt like I was uncovering little pieces of Alaska, 1 mile at a time. The weather started to change. The air almost felt warm in a way. I'm not sure if I can explain it, but it didn't break immersion. If anything, it made me enjoy this even more. The sunlight, the open road, the quiet calm before the next storm, it felt like a small reward before what was coming next. I knew that I was getting closer. First Anchorage, then Fairbanks, and somewhere beyond that, the part that I've been waiting for. The Dalton Highway. I pulled over by the sign, the start of one of the most legendary roads in the world. There was another trucker there, and for a moment, we both just stood in silence, admiring the info board that told the story of how this highway was built. Miles and miles of frozen wilderness ahead. And then the weather changed once again. I knew I had to get going before it got worse. Snow started falling fast, and before I knew it, I was in the middle of a storm. I could barely see around me, and the road disappeared into a wall of snow. Every mile felt like a small victory. Luckily for me, I managed to make it to Coldfoot before nightfall, a small stop in the middle of nowhere that for a few hours felt like the safest place on earth. The morning came and the storm had passed. The air was calm again and the road ahead of me was waiting. I started my engine and pushed on, the last stretch of my journey. Mile after mile, the world around me turned emptier, colder and quieter. After a few hours of driving through storms, frozen highways, silence, I made it to the top of the world. So, after everything, is it worth it? To me, it's not just about the roads or the snow. The map itself isn't really a challenge, and sure, there are plenty of free map mods out there with amazing scenery. But it's about the feeling, the one that took me back to when I first fell in love with this trucking world. I can tell you, this map can take you there, but it's really up to you to feel it. Alaska North to the Future is a high-quality mod, and if you're anything like me, it's going to remind you why we started playing these games in the first place. I truly think that, if for nothing else, driving it once, from south to north, is something every true ATS fan should do. And as always, until the next time, stay safe on the road, and keep on trucking. Cheers.